Hallo und willkommen zu Lonestar. Wir spielen Agatha Christie, Hercule Poirot, The First Cases. Wir sind in der Library und können mal mit allen reden, die hier sind. Fangen wir doch mit Ernesto an.
Bonjour. Are you a guest of Mademoiselle Angeline or Monsieur Demire?
Do I know you?
Where are my manners? I am Hercule Poirot.
Verlobung.
Oui, monsieur. Detective Poirot. And you are?
Ernesto da Silva.
A pleasure, monsieur.
So, what is it you do?
I'm a man of business.
Aha.
I see. Is there a particular area of business that is your focus?
Overseas investments, international relations. I also own a number of factories in the city.
A man of few words. This may become more like drawing blood from a stone than a back and forth conversation.
Très bien. Monsieur has many talents.
Am I right in thinking that the late Viscount was involved in such business affairs?
We work together as partners, yes.
You must know the Bosch family well, then.
I help Madame Bosch, if and when she needs me.
Monsieur referred to Madame Bosch as Cassandra, before quickly retracting. Perhaps they are closer than he is willing to say. You witnessed the altercation between the Major and Monsieur Demire, oui?
I did. But frankly, I have no time for childish school fights.
You are not aware of the circumstances that started it, then?
I heard something about a cigar. Only Felix would be petty enough to get riled up by something so menial.
A cigar?
Yes, Monsieur Demire had one of Felix's precious cigars. If you ask me, they won't be the real thing anyway.
I would not expect two children to act that way, let alone two supposed distinguished gentlemen.
Distinguished gentlemen. It was two alpha males going head to head. Master Gideon came out the victor.
Surely we have passed the days where shows of unnecessary brute strength impress anyone.
When it comes to the protection of a woman, we are far from it. Man will always return to their most primitive form.
Mademoiselle Angeline, the Major has no place to feel threatened. Monsieur Gideon is to become her husband.
And he has spent the last however many years supporting them, as he calls it, clutching on to whatever he can.
Merci for your time. It has been most intriguing.
The Major cigar. One of the Major cigars. He appears to admire one every so often. Monsieur Gideon was seen holding one of the Major cigars. Why would he have one of them?
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
Would the Major really start a physical fight over Gideon stealing a cigar? Ich glaub's nicht. Wir sollen mit Zack reden. Jetzt gibt's zwei Verbindungen. Ernesto. Wir sollen mit Margot reden. Ernesto helped out the family. And the Major supported.
Magnifique.
There is only so much help you can receive before you are simply relying on someone. What do the families still need assistance with? Tja. Soll noch mal was geben hier. Der Hugo und Jackie, der passt jetzt hier nirgends dazu. Obwohl. Die hatten die Konversation hier. Das ist ja zweimal dasselbe. Hugo and Jackie had a heated discussion. Hugo and Jackie had a heated discussion. Also wenn das nicht zusammengehört,
I must act on thought and fact, not on impulse.
dann weiß ich es auch nicht. Also. Ja, ich weiß nicht, ob die zwei zusammenpassen. Aber wären beide Freunde mit ihr, aber lassen wir das mal. Jackie.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise. You're not from around here, are you?
My name is Hercule Poirot. I am a friend of Mademoiselle, soon to be Madame, Angeline.
I see. Jacqueline Conrad. No doubt you've heard the name before.
I am rather embarrassed to say I have not, Madame.
No need for the madame, I'm not married. Just call me Jackie.
Oui, Jackie.
How is it that you have come to be a guest here tonight?
Here's the thing. I'm one of those people you want to know, and not be on the wrong side of.
Perhaps it would be wise for me to remain on your good side.
It's the best place to be. You wouldn't believe what a couple of positive stories can do for a family name, or a career.
And that is what you have done for the Bosch family?
A little help goes a long way, and from what I have seen, the ladies deserve some positive support.
When I entered, you were talking with the gentleman.
That's what we call eavesdropping.
Pardon. I didn't mean to pry.
Also man hat's bis zur Tür gehört. Was ist denn da bitte?
And with respect, I don't think it's really any of your business.
That is certainly not what I was expecting. Mademoiselle Conrad is a force of her own. I shall have to play my cards right with her.
I must take my leave.
You go.
Allow me to introduce myself. Hercule Poirot.
Hugo Beckers. A pleasure.
I hope I am not disturbing you. I often find myself at a loose end at parties such as these.
I've never been referred to as a loose end before, but it is always good to make a new acquaintance.
Is it the Mir or the Van den Bosch name that brings you here?
I have been working with Gideon for quite some time. We are doing great things together. Great things.
I was not aware he was part of the Union.
Well, he's not exactly. But he is an ally in the battle we face. Without his support, our uphill struggle would surely be a climb. Hopefully my talks with De Silva will help him see the light.
Woher wissen wir denn, dass er hier in der Gewerkschaft ist oder was er da macht?
There is no better way to understand one's purpose in life. I stand up for the workers that cannot do it themselves.
You work with a union?
Union leader, well, that is my formal title. But I see myself as more than just that. So much more. I am the face of the people. A voice in the void when there is none.
Very spirited. You have quite the way with words.
In my line of work, it is essential. Some fight with their fists, but I believe words are the ultimate weapon.
Also man ist wohl davon ausgegangen, dass man die in der anderen Reihenfolge anspricht, die Themen. Naja, macht ja nix. I walked in upon your heated discussion, shall we say, with Mademoiselle Conrad earlier.
I don't know what you think you heard, but it was a private matter and I appreciate if you kept it to yourself.
I can assure you, Monsieur Beckers, your conversation is exactly that. Yours.
Then maybe we should just leave it there.
There is something more to that conversation. If there is nothing to hide, why are both parties so hesitant to elaborate? Perhaps now is not the time to press on it.
Merci. If I find myself at a loss again, I shall certainly return.
Jackie doesn't appear to know the family on a personal basis, but hinted at knowing their past. Jackie somewhat knows the family. Naja, also die haben beide gesagt, es ist nix, das gehört zusammen, oder?
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
I should revisit this argument. Something does not feel right about their joint secrecy. Ja, und da weiß ich immer noch nicht. Hugo and Gideon have worked together and it was Gideon that invited him here. Der ist jetzt hier aber gar nicht auf der Liste. Union. Da sehe ich gerade noch keine Verbindung. Da entgeht uns noch was. Ich glaube, wir haben wirklich alle Bücher angeschaut. Ernesto da Silva, factory owner and business entrepreneur. He is driven by profits and has little patience for time wasting and small talk. I was taken back by his bluntness, which many would consider rude, but it is obvious that the opinions of others do not bother him. He is an old friend of Madame van den Bosch and former business partner of the late Viscount. He has several factories. Dann passt er mit dem anderen Union-Typen zusammen. Hugo Beckers. I instantly noticed the pride that Monsieur Becker takes in his work, and excellent what work it is. As a union leader, he fights for the rights of the working class. I can imagine him giving an inspiring speech to the delight of his followers. Jackie Conrad. Confident, self-assured and intelligent. 3 words, not only I, but I believe Mademoiselle Conrad would ascribe to herself. She is at the top of her field, running multiple successful newspapers, and she wants everyone to know it. She has not allowed gender to restrict her position, more likely use it as a positive when being underestimated by her rivals. Jackie is a newspaper magnate, the owner of several newspapers, and she is not afraid to let people know it. Ja, da haben wir jetzt erstmal alle. Was sind denn unsere Aufgaben? Wir sollen nochmal mit Zack reden. Und mit Margot. Dann müssen wir wieder runter. Pamphlet. Some information regarding a shelter for women coming from troubled homes and backgrounds. Wo waren die denn? Hier. Dann fangen wir mit Zack an, der ist doch hier gleich um die Ecke.
Fire away, Detective.
It is a shame things escalated so much over just a cigar.
Gideon said they were the majors, but I didn't think he would miss just one.
Ah, it was you that took the cigar.
Me? Okay, Detective, you twisted my arm. It was me. But I didn't even get a chance to smoke it. Gideon snatched it out of my hand. I'm sure he could afford to replace it.
And the Major saw Monsieur Gideon holding the cigar, assuming he had taken it. It was all a misunderstanding, so why the following altercation?
Perhaps it is best I take my leave.
Oh, da ist sowas faul dran. It was Monsieur Zachariah who took the cigar to smoke, and his brother was only returning it.
I am all yours, Detective.
It is the women's shelter you work with?
Work with? I built it from the ground up, Detective.
My admiration continues to grow.
While my husband, the Honorable Count de Vos, is always busy with his duties, I found myself at rather a loose end. I could not bear wasting my days with no purpose. And one day, while shopping in the city, I noticed the abundance of young women living and begging on the streets. Dirty and hungry, without a franc to their name.
It is horrifying to think of how so many must live their lives while others live a life of such selfish opulence.
I hope that was not a backhanded comment on the life I live, Detective.
Far from it, Countess. You are using your wealth to better the lives of the less fortunate. It is commendable work you do.
It is, isn't it?
The work of the Comtesse is doing will go a long way to improve the lives of those who need it so badly. I only wish there were more in positions such as hers, who could see the divide in our society and use the wealth to bring the plight to an end. Monsieur de Silva claimed he helped Madame van den Bosch when required.
He would say that. I mean, financially, yes. But what else does that man have to offer?
I cannot imagine Madame van den Bosch would be one to request financial help.
After Edwin, the Viscount, died, the family was left in a rather unfavorable position. She wasn't requesting, chérie. She was begging.
I see.
Let's just keep that between us. It's a rather sore subject for her.
It didn't take much for the Comtesse to reveal private matters of the Madame's business. I'm not so sure I would be willing to divulge any information to her.
It has been a pleasure conversing. I look forward to our next tête-à-tête.
Mit wem sollen wir jetzt reden? Ernesto. Ernesto worked with the Major. Curious, they've worked together. Gehören die dann auch zusammen?
Order and method. That
Nö. Eieiei. Was haben wir denn hier? Margot looks out for others. How very admirable of Margot to do such caring and necessary work for underprivileged women. Talk to Margot. Ich glaube, das haben wir schon gemacht. Mit dem Ernesto können wir jetzt dann nochmal reden. Eine Verbindung soll es noch geben, die ich nicht sehe. Wird auch nicht besser. Ob die sich auch fragen, dass ich die ganze Zeit hier hoch und runter laufe, was ich wohl vorhab. Monsieur Sterling is talking on the phone. Almost too loud to ignore.
Vanden Bosch residence, how may I help you? Yes, yes, of course. Please hold for one moment. Sir, yes, a call for you. Shall I direct it straight through to you in the study now? Very good, sir.
Wollte der, dass wir zuhören? Talk to Ernesto. Cassandra ist hier gar nicht da. Ich habe immer noch das Gefühl, wir müssten hier irgendwas dran bauen. Ob es dazu passt, dass sie alle Freunde sind?
is there something I am not seeing?
Ja. Sehe ich jetzt noch nichts.
What can I do for you?
Merci. You have been most helpful.
Gar nichts. Dann also wieder in die Library. Die stehen alle immer an der gleichen Stelle. Hi Ernesto.
Is there something else you need?
You have done business with other guests at this party?
It seems someone has been asking around about me.
Only polite curiosity, I can assure you.
Well, you would be right. Although working with the Viscount caused me much less grief.
Grief, monsieur.
Let's just say we didn't always see eye to eye. And if neither side is prepared to back down, there is a problem.
There is obviously more to learn about the goings-ons between Monsieur de Silva and the Major. It certainly does not sound like a positive business relationship.
Merci for your time. It has been most intriguing.
Muss ich mal nach dem Major schauen, ob er draußen schon eingefroren ist. Ja. Rocky Working Relationship. Welche Verbindung sehe ich jetzt hier nicht? Ich meine, die zwei gehören ja wohl nicht zusammen, oder?
Come, my little grey cells.
Eben. Jetzt ist hier der Vorschlag Hugo und Jackie. Und dass der Major hier immer da war. Major supports family.
Another success. I never doubted myself.
It's clear the Major is close to the family and has some connection to both Cassandra and Angeline. Soll mit Archibald reden und mit Margot. Das heißt, ich muss schon wieder runter? Eieieiei. Soll ja gesund sein, die Treppe so oft hoch und runter zu gehen. Arch.
What can I do for you?
The Major has made himself quite at home here.
Yes, he has been here for some time now. Lady Bosch has been very good to let him stay so long.
Would you say he has become part of the family?
He's always been very vocal about how he stands the ladies in high regards, and so he should.
Merci. You have been most helpful.
Was war's das? The Major views the family as high class.
What a revelation!
The Major may feel that associating with the Demir family may lower the Van den Bosch name. I wonder if this is the limit of his negativity. Potential status drop. The Major may feel... Achso. Oder? The Major may feel that the association with the Demir family may lower the Van den Bosch name. Das haben wir schon gerade gelesen. Passt es dann hier rüber?
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
It is clear the Major does not see the Demir brothers in a good light. What does his thoughts towards them have to do with the couple's relationship? The Major thinks the Demirs are bad for the family.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
Also, und er hat dann versucht, die zu warnen. The Major clearly doesn't want the wedding to go ahead. Monsieur Gideon's reasons for punching the Major was perhaps valid after learning of the reason he is against the wedding.
I am all yours, Detective.
You mentioned the Madame's friendship with the Major.
You are quite inquisitive, aren't you?
I believe it is called small talk, no?
There is small talk, and there is prying.
I assure you that is not my intention.
Monsieur, please. I know a nosy gossip hound when I see one. We can smell our own. The Major isn't worth a minute of your time, though.
You are not a fan of his.
I'd hit him with my fan, monsieur. Any man that can treat a lady the way he does doesn't deserve to be in his position.
And what position is that, may I ask?
Lording over Cassandra like she's the help. He shouts at her like she's a stray cat that's wandered into the house. Madness.
It is something I never thought I would hear. Madame was ready to physically escort me out of the house when I arrived to investigate Mademoiselle's missing bracelet, and yet she allows the Major to get away with murder? There must be a reason as to why she would be so accepting of such behavior. Wieso with murder?
It has been a pleasure conversing. I look forward to our next tête-à-tête.
The Major didn't treat Cassandra well. Das passt zu Margot, protective of Cassandra.
Another success. I never doubted myself.
I cannot tell if Margot's dislike of the Major comes from a genuine place or merely jealousy. Ja, dann haben wir erstmal alles. Tja. Dann sollten wir über alles mal nachdenken, was wir bisher gelernt haben. Und dann schauen, wie wir weitermachen. Machen wir aber nicht mehr heute. Machen wir diese Stelle lieber erstmal ein kleines Päuschen. Und ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Und wir sehen uns das nächste Mal.